Okay, in this video we're going to be drawing the 6.8 centering bushing right here. We're going to start off with drawing a center line and drawing a backwards L shape, adding our dimensions and spinning around. Afterwards we'll cut out all the extra shapes for this one. So we're going to go here, start a new part, ENUS, standard IPT, start a sketch on the right hand view. Again, this box should say right hand, you should have a plus in the center of your screen, and you should be on sketch 1. I'm going to grab a line and go right here to where the plus is over here, and you should grab a center line, which is the one right next to it. I'm going to click on the yellow dot and go to the left, and the distance for going to the left is going to be based on our drawing here. So our drawing right here, the distance is going to be 2.62 for that. And so we come back here, I'm going to type 2.62, enter. I'm going to hit escape once and zoom out just a little bit. So there is my center line. It looks different than a normal line. It's long dash, short dash. We're going to grab line again. We're going to turn center line off this time. And I'm just going to come up here above it somewhere and draw a backwards L shape. That's closely to the size that I think this shape should be. Doesn't have to be perfect, but this is what we're going to go for. Okay, so the next thing after you draw those lines right there that are all highlighted in blue, again we need one here as well, what you're going to be doing is we're going to add dimensions. And so if I start with a length measurement, I'm going to stay with those ones for a minute. So if I go back to the page, the only other one that I have that's for this distance left and right, or how wide the object is this 0.62 right here. So we go back here, I dimension, that distance is going to be 0.62, and I hit enter. Now we can do this in any order. I just chose to do that dimension first. Now we need to basically make sure that we compare it to the same size as our 2.62 down here. To do that, we can grab horizontal constraint, or it should be horizontal constraint, and technically horizontal on the right view is vertical. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to grab the bottom dot of this one and align it to the end of our line right here for our center line. That's going to move it over or backwards depending on where it was. We're going to do the same thing for this other side. So bottom line here, align it to the 2.6. And what that does, it means that this bottom line right here is now 2.6 as well. If I click, it's going to give me an error saying that I can't change the size. So there's no reason to put that one there. The next few dimensions that we have are the heights of this, and so those are all diameters. The largest one is the 4.75 right here. So we come back here, we dimension, that's the top of this. To the center line, you have to click the center line itself, not a dot, so that you can measure all the way across it. And that is going to be that 4.75. And then hit enter. So we just did 4.75. Now I look for the next one. The next one is going to be this part of the L, which is the top here. So we find a diameter that corresponds with that, which is going to be 2. So I come back, dimension, top line to down here, and that's going to be 2 for me. If yours happens to do this and it mismeasures over one of the lines, it's perfectly fine. You can hit cancel. I'm no longer on dimension, and you can move this one down or raise it up if you really want to. Any purple line is still able to be moved. I'm going to dimension here to this one right here. We're going to go find that one really quick. If we look, as the size of the hole, the bottom part. So we follow the arrow. Again, holes are pointed at, so we find this arrow here, we bring this down, and we have 1.372. We're going to ignore this for right now, but 1.372. So type that in, 1.372, and then hit enter. Finish sketch, revolve, it spins it all the way around, and we hit OK. Now we're going to start a sketch on this surface right here. We're going to take a circle and turn it into a construction line. That's this top one up here with the 2 red lines coming together. We're going to go to the yellow dot, click. And if yours is doing what mine's doing, which is has a dashed line halfway across the circle, it's measuring a radius. I don't want that. I want it to measure in diameter. If yours is measuring in diameter, you can skip this step. But if it is measuring in radius, you want to right click and you're going to click on diameter. If yours says radius here, don't click on it. It means you're measuring in diameter, but I want to measure in this. So clicking that, I'm now measuring all the way across. We want a 3.38 for that one. Where did I get that measurement? That was this measurement right here. It's where all of the centers of the circles are located. Next, we're going to add this circle up top. It has a radius of 0.24. So we come back here, we grab circle again, we turn construction line off because we want this one to be solid. I come straight up from this black line. I'm not clicking until I get to that construction circle. I click there. While I can change the size of this, it is measuring in diameter. I need it to measure in radius. So I right click and I click on radius here. And now I type in 0.24 and click enter. I grab a rectangle. I'm going down here in this blue spot and I'm just going to click and go up and to the right a little ways and click again. Now what this is going to be is it's going to take out the chunk of this section right here. And so 3 measurements we need is this 1.12, 0.56, and 1.24. The 1.24 measures from the center to the top of the line. This 1.2 measures across, and this one measures from the center as well. So adding those, we're going to dimension. Bottom line here, I'm just going to go straight down. That's that 1.12. It's measuring all the way across. To center this then, we click on the center dot. To either the left or the right vertical line, does not matter. 0.56. And then we go from the center dot to the top horizontal line. That one comes out. That is 1.24. Enter. The biggest thing is we want the rest of this, the extra, to be down here. You can pull that purple line. You do have to be off a dimension, but you can pull that purple line so it is clear down here into the center-ish area of the object. Last but not least, we have to draw some vertical lines going here. So we grab lines. I zoom in. I'm not clicking, I'm just moving my mouse straight out from that area right there. You see the little dashed dot, as well as the yellow dot in the edge of the circle. If I click there, it automatically gives me a tangent constraint when I go straight down. If you look where I clicked first, there is a little line with a circle. It means it's tangent. And I click those. Do the same thing on this side. Go straight down. Finish sketch. Extrude. All of those shapes, we're going to go in a direction of both. So the 2 black arrows, we're going to go through everything, so through all. And we're going to cut. Takes everything out, hogs it all out, and we hit OK. We start a sketch on this surface again. We go circle. We grab a construction line. Now I don't want to have to type in 3.38 again, so I'm going to click on the center circle, center dot, I should say, yellow dot. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to hover over the outside of this larger circle that we cut out, and it gives me the center dot, which we used earlier, so I can click on that. Automatically gives me the size again. Grab a point, come straight out over here, click on the bottom, click on the right hand side. And what that is doing is giving me the reference for this circle, or hole I should say, for those ones. From there we hit finish sketch, we hit hole, should automatically select those. Now this is already set up, we'll come back to this here in a minute, but if I look at this, the hole sizes for this are set up a little bit different than they are on the Inventor program. So I have 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, that's what 3x stands for. The first number is a smaller diameter drill bit. Because you're going to use that drill bit to hog out some of the material, it is also easier to center and drill out something if you have the same center point with a smaller drill bit. So you always have the smaller drill bit first. This is what you're going to drill first when you manufacture this. The second number is the size of the larger circle, which is with this cup shape. It means counterbore. And then this is how far down this circle gets cut, or hole gets cut. So looking at this, the bottom, sorry, we should probably go through what this stuff is up here. Hole is simplistic hole. Seat is a counterbore. Again, we talked about that. Termination is through all. Then you should be able to go through and set these up. The bottom one is the smaller drill bit. See, it's measuring the smaller hole, so that's 0.375. The next one up over here on the right is 0.3. That's how far down that bigger hole gets drilled. And the last one is how big is the largest hole, and that's 0.75. From there you can hit OK. We do have to round these corners over right here, so that is a fillet. and you click on this line, rounds over that edge. If I need to, I can always zoom in and zoom out over here, and I can click on this line. You can always rotate these up if you need to, or spin them so that you can kind of see up in here. There is that option. I just choose to hit them where I don't really need to see them. It is 0.12, and we hit OK. Again, where I got those measurements, 2x, so 2 fillets at a radius of 0.12. From there, you just need to color it. So we're going to make it a machined. Up here at default, go down to one of the machined, dealer's choice on that one. I'm going to do machined aluminum, but you can do machine 2, machine 3, does not matter. From here, you will save this. This is called centering bushing, exercise 6.8. That is the end of this video.